be surprised when you go on them. Please click off now. Okay, but let's get into this video. And these are not technically in a particular order as usual. They're just kind of 5 rides that I wrote down that I would choose to go on if I was just going there for the day. But this first ride would probably be my top pick. Okay, my number 1 go-to ride is going to be Rise of the Resistance. And this is in Galaxy's Edge, which is the Star Wars land. I call it Star Wars land. That is a part of Disneyland Anaheim. A huge part. Okay, it was built later, but it is huge. Okay, this ride is so innovative, so immersive. It has such a real feel about it that I absolutely love this ride and recommend it to everybody. All of the animatronics look real in this ride. The stormtroopers look so real in this ride. The stormtroopers on this ride are actually 50 animatronics. There are more animatronics throughout the ride, but the stormtroopers that you walk out and see in part of the line before you get to the ride, they are 50 animatronics, and they look very real. I really thought they were like moving too, which I don't think they're moving, but it looks like they are. There's a lot going on in this ride as well. There is, a part of the line that just keeps going into the beautiful structure of the ride. So there's a couple different things that happen before you get on the actual ride. You go into like this space shuttle and all kinds of different things happen. So I really love that. There's a lot to do and it's a long ride. And so when you get on the ride, you feel like you are just really immersed in this world, and that is the amazing part about it. They put so much thought and work into this. You could just see how amazing and beautiful it is. And I think that Galaxy's Edge in general, walking around there, is such a cool feel. The characters come out, and Kylo Ren comes out, the stormtroopers come out, and they talk to everyone, and I don't know, it's just a cool place. There's good food, there's good coffee. I don't know, it's just a cool feel. And I had mentioned on my Instagram how Chewbacca once FaceTimed my mom when I was there. So, I don't know, there's always just something cool going on over there. So I really love Galaxy's Edge, and I really love this ride. Also, this year they are supposed to be bringing Darth Vader back, which I'm so excited about because he's been gone off the scene for so long. And we used to see him and Darth Maul every time that we went to Disneyland. And they used to sort of fight with the kids, and it was just like they had like a fun show. So they took that away, and then they just did different things. So we haven't seen Darth in a long time. And this year he is supposed to be back on the scene. So I hope to see him sometime this year when that happens. Hopefully soon, because it's almost May. And we're gonna have May the 4th be with you. So maybe that's when he makes his debut. I'm not sure. So this ride you can actually pay to get on because the line is always so long. It's like an hour or longer sometimes on this ride, and it's not a rope drop ride. If you're someone that rope drops at 7:30 in the morning, this ride doesn't get going until like 9 a.m. So it's very hard to rope drop this ride. And every time that I've been on this ride, I have paid to get on there. It's not part of the lightning lane. It's not like the all-day, all-ride lightning lane. I don't really know which rides are included in that, but this one, if you want to cut the line, you This ride made its debut in January 2023, and the suggested cost is over 56 million. So there isn't an actual exact cost of this. This is just something that the construction department thinks that is the price of the cost. That's really all the information I could get on it. That it said, the builders think it's about over 56 million, which again makes sense because it's so cute. So something about both of these rides, although they are so amazing, they break down a lot because they have so many moving parts. So there will be times where these break down. If you're lucky and you happen to be there when they open right back up, you can get on really quickly, and that's happened a lot. But yeah, sometimes you're at the right place at the right time. Otherwise, if you just go on a not busy weekday, that would probably be good. So I did get stuck on, I've never been stuck on Rise of the Resistance, and I've been on it a couple times. I have gotten stuck on Mickey's Runaway Railway, and they weren't able to fix it, so we had to get off the ride. And Disney has this rule of when you're stuck in the middle of the ride, you have to get off. You are not allowed to film. So in case anybody didn't know that, yeah, you're not allowed to film. So they'll just be like, no cameras, put your phones away, please. And yeah, they just don't want you to see all the secrets, I guess. But that's kind of a thing that they do. Okay, let's move on to ride number 3. My ride number 3 is Thunder Mountain. This ride is a classic, and that's why I love it. And like I said, I love train rides. Any amusement park, I just love the train rides. So this one is a classic. It's fun. It is very nostalgic for people because it's been there for so long. And there's a funny little goat that everyone always tries to capture when they're on film, when they're filming themselves on the ride. And I don't know, there's just some cool caves in there. And then in the line part, when you're waiting in line, there's the ponds where you can throw pennies in and stuff. And this one made its debut in September 1979, a year after I was born. And the reported cost is 17 million for that ride. Some people say the caboose is the best place to sit on that ride. So I think someone said it was row 15 or something, way in the back. I could be wrong on that, but I know they said sitting in the back is the best spot, the very, very back. Okay, moving on to ride number 4. It is going to be Pirates of the Caribbean. This ride is, of course, also nostalgic for everyone. And, everybody loves the movies, but even before the movies, this ride was the go-to ride. It's a long ride, has great air conditioning, and, everybody keeps talking about when you smell that water, when you walk in there and you smell the Pirates of the Caribbean water, you just know you're in the right place. It's always fun when you start in the beginning of the ride, you start going and you see Blue Bayou, the restaurant, and all the clinking of the glasses and the This ride is so magical at Christmas. That is why it is making my top 5 list. At Christmas, they change the outside decorations and inside as well. So outside will have like a Santa hat on the clock, and they'll also have a special lighting hour outside at Christmas time where they light up the entire wall of the ride, the front of the ride, and just all kinds of lights and colors, and it's just amazing. And also, I can't remember if it's exactly at the time that they do the lighting or just like a couple minutes later, they will have snow going on all over the place, leading all the way up to the Matterhorn and different parts of the park as well. So you can grab like a hot cocoa or coffee nearby and enjoy the lights and enjoy the snow, and it is just the most magical feeling. At that time, when they do the Christmas decor, they also add 5 different scents inside the ride. So Europe gets a fresh pine scent and peppermint candy scent. South America gets warm cinnamon. And I remember every time I go through that area, I feel like it smells like hot tamales. And I love hot tamales, the spicy candy. It's so good. So I'm always like, it smells like hot tamales in here. But it's probably the peppermint and the cinnamon, blending together. And the next scent they have is in Asia, and it is cherry blossoms. How lovely. And then they have the South Seas, and that's like the South Pacific area, and it gets a tropical coconut scent. So the like hot tamale smell is so vibrant to me when I go through this ride that that's like the only thing I smell. So now that I know it's like 5 different scents, I am going to pay so much more attention this Christmas to see if I can smell all the different scents. I love how coconut smells, so maybe that was like a natural thing for me, like a natural scent that I was going through. But I didn't know that it was like 5 different scents. I knew there was something going on. I could smell the pine, I could smell, the cinnamon. So now I'm going to try to smell all 5 when I go. This ride debuted in May 1966, and I can't seem to find an exact price of the cost of this ride, but it does say that it was part of a $23 million expansion at the park. So I would think that that ride did cost about that much, and maybe some surrounding areas of it. So the bottom 2 rides on this list, which is Pirates of the Caribbean and Small World, do not break it down that often, in case anybody is wondering. Thunder Mountain also breaks down often, now that I think about it. So the top 3 on this list, there is a chance that they will be, breaking down at some point when you're at the park. But the bottom 2 usually